Good morning. Last week, Friday, when I delivered the new work to you guys, I took you also a box of Skittles, a paper plate, and the directions for doing a little science experiment with the Skittles. Also included in that was the form that you would fill out that explained that was part of the scientific method. I'm a little concerned that this one's not going to work because if you watched our videos yesterday, I couldn't make the rocket happen. So I've seen this on the internet, so I'm kind of anxious to see what happens when I do it because I seem to have not a good record with making this stuff work the way it works in the internet. But first we're going to start by reading the directions. And these are actually directions for a teacher in a classroom, so you guys got the bigger directions. And it says, what do you think, number one, what do you think will happen when we pour water over Skittles? Now, I've eaten lots, I don't really like Skittles, so I don't ever eat Skittles, but I eat M&Ms a lot, and if you let them get in your hand too long, they kind of melt and start making colors in my hand. And so I think maybe if I left the Skittles in my hand, I don't know, but maybe they would do the same thing. So I'm thinking maybe if I pour water over the Skittles, the colors will run. So on my first one, when it says my hypothesis, which means I'm guessing what will happen, it says I think, and I'm going to write the colors will run. Now you can guess whatever you want. You can make a hypothesis about whatever it is that you think might happen. That's what you're doing when you're doing the scientific method. When you're guessing what's going to happen, that's what the hypothesis is called. And right now you can talk to somebody in your house. You can ask your brother or your sister or your mom or somebody or who's ever around your house this morning. So then you write it down. And now I have my paper plates, and everybody has a paper plate, and it says step 1, put the Skittles in a circle around the outside of the plate. I did that beforehand because I didn't know how long that would take us. And I was kind of thinking maybe I should put them in a pattern, like purple, green, orange, yellow, red, purple, but then I thought, nah, I'll just do them all like that. It's up to you. You could do a pattern if you want to. That might be cool. Step 2, it says, pour the water over the Skittles, just enough to cover them. So I have my water, and I'm probably going to mess this part up. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to get this into a smaller. I didn't want it to pour out too quickly, so I'm going to use a measuring cup and pour slowly. So I'm just going to pour it slow. So they're just covered up. All right, let's see some magic happening. No, not magic, science. So step 2 said pour the water over the Skittles just enough to cover them. So that's what it's doing. Step 3, students observe the changes in the water and the Skittles. If they touch or move the plate, it will alter the way it looks. So don't touch your plate. Oh, something's already happening. The colors are moving. Can you see? Let's bring it closer. Look at that. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Now I wish I would have done a pattern instead of just the same. Oh, that is cool looking. I hope you guys did this and it's doing the same thing for you. Step 4 says students draw and label what they see on their recording sheet. So I started that on my recording sheet. I did the colors. Now I'm going to make the colors swoop in like that from each of those. The red. I wonder if they'll go all the way to the center of the plate. It looks like they're just going to keep going, huh? The yellow one. And the orange ones. That looks really pretty. Don't bump your plate, so make sure you're trying really hard not to do that so it stays good looking. My dog wants back in the house now. He thinks he's being tortured if he has to wait outside for a little bit. Oh my gosh, are you looking at the plates? Isn't that amazing that it worked like that? That the colors ran off? And if you look at the Skittles, they aren't as colored as they used to be. I might not have got the water all the way covering my Skittles because I think that that's as far as it goes. So my results are what actually happened, and I'm going to write the Skittles lost their color. So what do you think's happening to the candy? Would it be good to eat that candy now? Yeah, I wouldn't eat it either. I think the water is breaking down the candy and it's starting to dissolve. Dissolve means the candy is kind of like breaking up and falling apart. Now, the directions that she says is that when this teacher does this in her classroom, she sends the kids on to a like recess or something. She called it a special. I don't know what that means. And they come back 45 minutes later. So I'm going to look at the clock, and in 45 minutes, I'm going to turn this back on and we'll see what happens.